Example 3. Determine whether the function is one-to-one. All right, what we're going to do is, according to the definition, we know that our function of some value is equal to our function of a different value if and only if we knew those two values were equal to one another to begin with. So what I'm going to do in part A for f of x is equal to negative 4x plus 1, I'm going to plug A in everywhere I have an x. All right, that's going to give me f of A is equal to negative 4 times A plus 1. And then I'm going to plug in B to the function f. And this is going to give me negative 4b plus 1. And I'm going to set those two equal to each other. And what I'm going to try and show is that f of a is equal to f of b, then a and b had to be equal to each other in the first place. All right, so we're going to have negative 4a plus 1 equal to negative 4b plus 1. All right, and I'm going to solve this equation either for a or for b. So let's subtract this 1 over here to the other side. This is going to give me negative 4a equal to negative 4b. And if I divide this negative 4 out, then I'm going to have a is equal to b. And so we can say, yes, a is one-to-one, because when I set f of a equal to f of b and solve that problem, it must be true that a and b were equal to each other. So this one is going to be a yes. All right, now for b, we have g of x equal to the absolute value of x minus 3. I'm going to apply the same logic there. I'm going to find out what g of a is equal to. And that's going to give me the absolute value of a minus 3. And then I'm going to find out what g of b is equal to. And this is going to give me the absolute value of b is minus 3. And then I am going to set g of a equal to g of b. And I'm going to solve this problem for a or b. But I'm going to solve it for a and see if it means that a has to be equal to b. This is going to give me the absolute value of a minus 3 is equal to the absolute value of b minus 3. And I got this because I know g of a is equal to a minus 3. And g of b right here is equal to b minus 3, or the absolute value of b minus 3. All right, let's add this 3 to the other side. That gives me the absolute value of a is equal to the absolute value of b. All right, and now you have to reach way back into the way back when we figured out how to solve equations where it had two absolute values in it. We found out that we could solve this problem by ignoring one of the absolute values, and I'm just going to take the one off the b there. And remember, the absolute value is defined to be the distance away from 0 on the number line. So this problem actually has two solutions. One of them is that a could be equal to b. The other solution is that a might be equal to the opposite of b, because when we take the absolute value of that, that will just give me b. And so this problem, we would say, no, this one is not one-to-one. If it was just the a equals b, we'd say yes, but because we have this extra solution over here, this problem is not going to be one-to-one.